Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. Today we have a review request from a player over on the OCE server, Platinum 1, and this is an Eve game he has submitted for review. This is actually the first Eve game I'm reviewing in the preseason, so let's just jump straight into the OPGG review. So as we can see, Platinum 1 here, 11 LP. Last season, about 180 games, 55% win rate. Looks like he's liking the Eve at the moment. So let's look at his stats. I mean, that's a very good win rate on Eve. So, season 2020. Okay. So, looks like Shaco main. Bit of Echo here. Obviously a jungle main. But there's no Eve in here. So, I'm pretty surprised, unless you've obviously got maybe thinking you have a secondary account. You have a 71% win rate picking up Eve for the first time. But overall, this is looking pretty good. Looks like you're going the Night Harvester build as Eve instead of Rocket Belt. Yep, I think that's good, but we'll talk about that as we get into the review. So, last season, finished Plat 3, Plat 2, Gold. Yeah, I would love to see you push higher next season. I don't know if you have secondary accounts. Again, the way your win rate looks like now, I mean, if you've picked up Eve with a 75% win rate straight away, props to you. Let's keep pushing further. So it looks like he's a Shaco man. Looks like he's learning Eve in preseason, very good win rate. His account looks like he's learning it, but it looks like he's had some experience on it before. And definitely want to see a lot more ranked games next season, especially on this account here. We didn't have many games from last season. Let's really go for the push. And again, every time people submit these reviews, I have the assumption that they're pretty serious about improving. So always trying to push you guys to be playing more ranked, getting more serious with your climb. Alright, so here's the request here, a bit more of a longer one. So starting up here, describe why he won or lost this game. Felt like he had some unnecessary deaths, mid-game pathing, got behind through bad CS, not abusing Rammus mistakes, knew what he was doing wrong but could not push on it. Great, let's look at that. Specific moments of the game wants me to focus on general clear base timings and item spikes, Eve specifically. Deaths, maybe the first 3 or 4. How to not tunnel, champ select mindset, and general use of pings. Pathing in terms of playing around level 6, pathing to make use of long CDs, understanding of champion, and thinking about what the enemy wants to do to win. We can cover all this. I mean, these are a lot of general questions here. Champ select mindset, probably won't be going too much into champ select. I mean, I'll break down the comps and the game plan win condition in the next slide. 150, what to think of that information? Great. So these are good timestamps. We really like this. This is a really good choice. Felt very awkward. 620, knew at the moment I was doing something wrong. Good times to reset. Can just pop Herald and move top. What can I be doing instead of this? If the game was winnable here, what we could do to win. All right, great. So we'll look at those timestamps here. Laning identified as win condition. Mid bot, top matchup, not good. Garen OPGG, also sus. Wanted to abuse bot because Samira from behind is hard to get back into the game and most of the team's AP damage is on me and bot. Early pathing, path towards top because wanted to practice blue full clear because both junglers want low tempo clear but only realize enemy junglers autofill 2 to 3 minutes into the game, not before. Very bronze misplay on Camille, just walked in before she used E, got punished for showing and for not realizing Echo was beating Lucian in the push. Is this in the early game here? But let's look at the game plan here. Win condition, talk a bit about champ select. So, as Eve, we're always the win condition. Not always, but we always need to think about ourselves going into every single game that we're the win condition. When I say not always, is sometimes the way the game's going, you're really getting hard pressured, and maybe there's actually just a laner that can literally carry the game, or they're very good into the enemy team comp. So then we start sacrificing efficiency, stop being selfish to get them ahead. But in general, in lower elo, you're always a win condition. You're trying to get as fed as possible. So then the way you get fed as possible is obviously through very efficient pathing, which we'll go over, but killing the enemy team, who are the easiest targets to kill. And my initial reaction right now is you don't have easy to kill targets all 3 lanes here. So already all 3 lanes are very difficult to gank. I hate Blitzcrank as Eve. I think Blitzcrank is a very hard counter to Eve. He can put a lot of pressure on you. Silence, just one-shot you before ulting. Hook, you have to worry about. Not good for Eve. Rammus, obviously a tank. I mean, we can mess with Rammus early game, and that's what I want to get into here. This is going to be really important. Echo is probably going to get pushed in by Lucian. Obviously has his ult, can dash away. I mean, that's probably doable, but again, we're going to be looking to have to dive Echo, and that's not the easiest thing to do with his ult and TP. And Camille obviously can jump away, but still possible. I think top's actually potentially the most killable here in a way, this game, especially the fact that Garen has Ignite. So, given that information, whenever I have difficult games as Eve, I understand, I always think, I got to be creative with my path in here. And you did say you did the blue start clear, obviously, to just practice the clear. But this game, because I have to get some chaos going in the early game, because if I just sit back, relax, I'm really going to be able to not really get ahead this game, because everything's going to be so hard to kill. And the great thing is, because we're against Rammus here, we can punish him hardcore. I mean, we can get out of a sticky situation. Let's say if we start messing up our early pathing, we can recover very well because Rammus can't really punish us for doing something not optimal. So that's why I say here, must do something crazy path in early game because Rammus can't punish. Utilize Lucian priority mid to pressure Rammus early. So given that, I want you to do a red Krugs Raptors level 3 gank top. So red, Krugs, Raptors, and then walk up here, and then we're going to level 3 gank top. I mean, you can also do red Raptors Krugs and then gank through here, but I always love to gank through river. It's just a lot more nicer and you have more angle. Like let's say if he shows on a ward or something like that, you'll be able, if you show on a ward, like he might be committed and might react too late. And again, I want to utilize the Garen Ignite, but remember, if you're getting a leash from Garen on red buff, that means that Camille's probably going to be auto pushing top. And the other thing for this as well is Rammus is almost 100, I'm 90% he's going to start red. He's going to get a bot leash. Rammus loves to take Raptors. And the great thing about this is when you do this path, and this is why you can get away with this path, even if it sort of just doesn't work out, red, you know, Krugs Raptors gank this, he's probably already up here. He can't just go walk to your blue on Gromp and take these. If anything, you can even have the option as well as you can pressure top, get some kills, utilize Lucian pressure, and you can actually invade Rammus on his blue. You're going to be actually strong in this early game as Eve, and this is very unlikely. This is a very rare situation, but this is how I start thinking about, okay, this is a difficult game. How can I punish this Rammus? How can I put pressure on him? How can I do some very, you know, not traditional pathing for Eve? Eve can level 3 gank if the situation calls for it. She's not the worst ganker. If anything, Eve's ganks are not too bad. With, you know, her CC abilities, but you need to walk up correctly. So this is the way I would approach this early game. Let's say if like the top gank we just burn a flash, that's all good. I'll look to repeat gank that flash again. My second option there will be to invade. Here's blue buff. I'll catch him on his blue, and then, you know, if not, then I'm going to be looking for a crab, either one of these, and then I can just go and get my bot camps all good, and my Raptors and Krugs will be spawned again by the time I've done a lot of plays. Alright, so recommended runes here. You take these runes. These are good. These are really standard Eve runes. I did talk about in my Eve guide last season that Magical Footwear Cosmic Insight I started liking a lot more. Obviously, Cosmic Insight has changed a lot. It doesn't give you CDR now on your abilities. So you can still take it. I see there's two options here. What I've been seeing sometimes as well, if you're going, because you go Night Harvester, you can go Magical Footwear and Futures Market. I want to test this out a bit more, but this is an option. And then the third option here is you still go Magical Footwear Cosmic Insight, and then you take Rocket Belt because Cosmic Insight reduces the CDR on Rocket Belt, which is a really good item. So this would be what I'll be going this game. But these runes are still fine. This is good scaling runes. Absolute Focus and Gathering Storm. Alright, so let's jump into the game now and let's review it. Alright, so the Eve here is opt-in for the Blue Smite. Very standard on Eve. Eve's one of the few champions you rarely ever... I don't think I've actually ever switched out to Red Smite as Eve. Blue Smite's just so handy for when you're going in there, one-shotting someone, and then it's not so much the slow and chasing people down, obviously that helps. It's more the move speed you gain to run away. It's really, really important. Again, you want to combine that with your E move speed to make sure you're getting in, getting the pick, and then getting out. Alright, so you do the blue start. I don't really want to talk about the full clear. I just want to see when you finish the clear here. And alright, so you get a bot leash. Yep, you get a pretty hard bot leash, and we're finishing our clear by 3, probably going to be 322 or something here based on this. This is very slow. Given a leash, you should be doing at least 315. Without a leash, you can put it to around 316, 317. So I'm going to make a separate video, maybe literally the day after I post this video, showing you the clear. And I might use this as an example of the, what a bad clear looks like, what a good clear looks like. And then, I mean, obviously I'll do the perfect clear. So yep, very, very slow here. And we are now going for the crab. Okay, so just going back to your points here. So you said at 150, what do you think of this information? So right now tells me that Ramos started red, so your job here is to ping this. Not sure what else you're asking about this here, but pretty much that's it. I believe that's a red start. Again, like, I'll just assume it's a red start anyway. There's no way Ramos is starting blue. He would have to be a genius to be starting blue or have some crazy path in. Okay, well, that makes sense right there. You missed the complete cue there. But again, I don't want to get too much into the clear. I'll make a separate whole video on that. And then whenever I do Eve reviews, I'll just keep linking that video because it takes a lot of practice to do the Eve clear. Okay, so Ramos actually shows bot here. This is interesting. If we actually did that whole level 3 gank top, he could have maybe looked to actually potentially trade your blue side for it. Believe it or not, this actually potentially would have worked against my path. I mean, again, he's still not going to be able to do blue gromp that well, but it's still getting you ahead. So I really want to know right now if anyone burnt flushes there. Blitzcrank could have burnt flash or something like that. But we absolutely need to be pinging where Ramos has started. So I'm just going to double check. Make sure you just didn't. I'm just not missing this. It looks like you're just confused about where he started. So already here, breaking a major Soltu sin here, not pinging the enemy jungler where you know where he started. I mean, look at Camille. Camille's in lane here. There's no way, at the end of the day, there's no way Ramos is getting a leashless blue, All right, so then Ramos shows bot here. You need to be tabbing. What has he done? I would assume he's done red raptors based on the way he moves, but we need to make sure we're checking here. Does he have 8 CS? Does he have 4 CS? Is his raptors up? What's not up? Really important stuff. All right, so now I'll be spam pinging mid because Ramos is obviously going to come mid now, potentially holding, potentially checking your bot side camps, but obviously they're gone. So it's definitely, you're very focused on the clear, I can tell here. This is just the downside of you obviously still practicing Eve. Okay, there's Ramos there, mid. Again, you could have easily pinged that and prevented that. So we've got some very, very poor track in this game. Very poor. You're letting your teammates die. You're not thinking about where Ramos is going. All right, you actually see Ramos go to bot crab. So now we're going to top crab. Now, this is a very unique situation. Look at our Garen right now. He's literally under tower getting minions. Camille's missing. Echo's about to have priority. Lucian doesn't have teleport. Unfortunately, you can't go for this crab. Not just yet. I don't want you to walk in like this. You can go for this crab, but at least wait a little bit here. I mean, you could literally be walking into a Camille right now that just chunks you out. Garen just needs to get that farm. Okay, I mean, you can come here. This is all good. Okay, we see Kimmel. Kimmel's actually looking for you on your red buff. Interesting. All right, this is fine. Camille should just... This is good patience. Let her walk to lane and just come do crab here. We don't want to be charming the Camille here because she's just going to jump away like that. And now we don't have the charm to one-shot the crab here. And now Echo's pressuring you off this. So, I mean... Yeah, this is not good. Okay, the way you would have played this, I actually don't really care about Echo at this point. Lucian's here now, so what you'll do here is ideally you W'd the crab here, just one shot at smite, and literally just walk into Echo. He can't just solo kill you from full HP, especially with Lucian around here. And Camille can't help because she doesn't have E right now. So just kill this and walk down to Echo. You could probably just chunk him out a little bit. He'll probably commit to you or something like that. So no reason to be really scared of Echo there, but I mean, because you can't get the crab, there's no reason to really walk down there. So you're going to potentially get double crabbed here. This is really big. This is really, really big stuff. I mean, this is partly, again, because you're slow clear. You would have been on that crab much sooner, but again, Kimmel had priority anyway there. So you must assess lane priority. Just because Ramos is bot doesn't mean you can get the crab or objective. Alright, so you ping Ramos for your team. Obviously, Lucian knows you're here, and you're going straight bot side, and Ramos is just going to double crab you. Okay, if Ramos is now going to go double crab you, what are you thinking his camps are up right now? his raptors are likely up. That's what I'm thinking right now. So what I'll be doing, and you know he's going topside, right? So what I'll probably be doing right here, to be honest, is I would assume he's going to clear his top camps after this. So I think you actually have time to do blue, just to be hyper efficient. Blue, Gromp, and then invade raptors, and then... but make sure you're walking through here. Don't walk through here. So that's why I need you to do Gromp first, then wolves, and then walk this direction here. And you'll just sweep here, make sure there's nothing you're walking over. So you need to be instantly thinking about his raptors spawned right now. There's no way he's done the second raptors. Again, ideally we're tabbing to see what Ramos is doing. We're not tabbed into track CS at all here. So, okay, he has 18 CS. So 18 CS, he's taking your blue. So if we really think about this here, red, raptors, crab is 12. Must have taken 2 CS here. And maybe he's actually done his second raptors again. Because he's taking your blue. Oh no, sorry, that makes sense. Red, raptors, crab, blue. 4 times 4 is 16, and then 2 CS. Yep, so his second raptors are up right now. Again, this is stuff we need to be checking. Because he obviously took your blue. Alright, well we're pinging this here. Ramos is just getting free kills all over the shop here. Alright, looks like you're actually pathing to his raptors. Excellent. And you do this perfectly. Okay, great. Sorry, I should have actually seen you do this. This is perfect. But this is good. I just want to show you the thought process there as well. So this is good. So you said at 5 minutes, was this a really awkward, really good choice? Felt very awkward. Absolutely not. It's pretty free. I mean, you obviously need to think about echo priority. You know, so when you're walking into this, yeah, just sweep this, sweep this. Okay, that's the thing you didn't do here. Because if this is watered, then you need to back off. Okay, it's actually not watered. Yeah. Definitely need to be very careful here. I'll be popping health potions right now in case echo comes. But just go for this anyway. Go for this anyway. And you actually are playing pretty safe. But pop your health potions. Pop your health pots. Echo could be here any second. It could be the difference between you, you know, living or dying. Alright, so we're coming down to help bot here. Probably not much we can do. This is a huge wave. Yep, just back off. It's fine to walk there. Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, the enemy team doesn't have information on you right now, so I'm not really afraid of losing my raptors or krugs right now. Now they have information of you, which is fine. We go soak up this wave. So right now, I'm looking right now. We haven't really done much in map impact. We have 38 CS at 6 minutes. This is a really big snowball effect from that slow clear early. You're very far behind in terms of where I would be in Experience of Gold. I mean, you should be probably sitting... I mean, you should be based on your raptors already by now, you know, potentially. So, clearing your camps is so important as Eve. That's what makes a good Eve player and just an average Leaf player. And why you always see Eves, especially if you watch Malice's Eve, he's clearing the camps so quickly. And I emphasize this in my Eve guide. The faster you clear your camps, the more experience and gold you're getting, the quicker your next spawn of camps are coming so you can get even further ahead. It's just a snowball effect with clearing your camps as Eve. That's why it's so important to make sure you're doing it correctly. Alright, we're sticking around right now, probably a little bit too long. I mean, we don't have much damage here. I mean, Brand's not here as well. Okay, I mean, this is pretty good patience. You're waiting for Brand. This is fine, actually. They're going to try and stick away for this next wave. Again, part of me also puts it here as I wouldn't be in this situation in the first place. You know, like... all your camps are coming up right now. You're starting to fall behind in your spawns, your rotation of camps, which I didn't emphasize again in my Eve guide. You just don't want to be falling behind there. But it does work out. All right, now you're going straight for his red because Ramos is top. I love that decisiveness. That's really good. This is really good stuff. So, 620, you actually said here that you felt like you were doing something wrong. Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, it works out. But again, I wouldn't be in this situation because I'll be, you know, have way more tempo on my camps right now. I mean, this is sort of making the best of, like, you're not that far ahead. So, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. And again, I love the decisiveness of going to take his red straight away with Rammus showing top. Rammus is still top. Take his Raptors here. Alright, now this is going to be a key, crucial point. Remember, Rammus doesn't necessarily know where you are right now, what you've done. Okay, I guess he could assume, but let's look at Rammus's movement right here. So see how Rammus is like posturing? He could be going into your jungle, but right now, you know what I'm thinking? Alright, Lucian's got priority here. I don't care about my bot camps. I don't care about Dragon right now. I need to, again, get very fed myself. I don't have much CS right now by 7 minutes, 47. You're pathing bot side. This is such a crucial error, and this is why you're going to start falling behind. You must defend your top camps right now. Do Raptors, Red, Krugs, and then reset back bot. Because bot's your strong side right now. You've obviously made top your weak side. It has 2 plates. This Garen's like 0-3 right now. What you're doing here is you're creating an efficient jungle path around bot side. This is so important. This is game-changing stuff. You would have got his Red and Raptors, and you would have full cleared your jungle. Again, I'm not too afraid of a Rammus. You're level 6 as well. Like, it's not like if you're against a Zinzaro Elise in there and he's invading your top side, I'll be a little bit more careful. But this is where we need to be punishing Rammus. Okay, Rammus shows top again. I'll be instantly looking. He has blue buff. I don't think he's got your red still as well. So all your top side camps are still up. Now you're just walking around the map, not doing much. So we're just slow. Like, what I'm seeing here, I feel like I'm watching an Eve in slow motion. It's just very slow. Just do everything. Just walk around the map like we're very indecisive. I mean, right now, if this was me, this is where I would end the review. I'm just made a crucial decision here. I mean, I'm taking my bot camps when I can easily get these anyway. I mean, by now, I would have finished my red, like probably on my Krugs. Don't need to worry about my top camps anymore. There's no threat of counter jungling. And resetting and being back right now, looking to kill bot again, looking to take this dragon. And this is the worst mistake right now. You're on 1600 gold. You're trying to make some play. All your camps are up right now. We're very far behind right now. We're not even strong enough to kill anyone right now. We have just literally just blasting with 1600 gold in inventory. Another Soul 2 Senior break in here. So 850 to 13, you said good times to reset. Again, the only path you needed to do there was do top side and then reset. And then now Rammus is obviously like his bot side, taking Dragon. Now I take his camps. Again, you could have got those and he had no way of trading anything for that Dragon. Alright, so you're looking to defend it now. Actually, I think it looks like Rammus is just going to die here. They kill Garen. Alright, cool. Usage of W. Alright, so this is a pretty big rule for Eve here. Okay, so usage of W is important. Definitely be W in the Echo right now and holding. I would be holding my Q. Don't use Q on this thing. You need to, if you W right now and then you Q'd this guy, I think you would actually kill this guy. Next thing here. This is absolutely not necessary to ult here at all. Rammus is not going to be able to do 300 health of damage to you by the time your Q and E comes back up. So you'll just keep auto-attacking him. Q, E, Q, he's dead. Whenever you can save your ult as Eve, you must do it. Wasting your ult like this is really big because you're such a useless champion without your ult. So that's what I would definitely be doing there. Again, Echo is literally on like 1 health. He's not going to come back and re-engage. Alright, now we're going for Echo here. Where's Camille? She's not shown on the wave. And there we go. There's Camille. So, we're making risky plays with more than 1500 gold in our inventory. Let's look at it a little bit more, but I just want to emphasize again, the key component of where this game was out of your hands was when you didn't come and defend the top camp. So I just want to really emphasize that again. Really important. Again, we're just so far behind in our camps. We haven't done camps in so long now. Come in mid. Okay, we're doing Wolves. You have Night Harvester, which is good. Again, I wish you reset much, before getting Dark Seal. And that's the other thing as well. Okay, Dark Seal, ideally, you got that as well earlier. If you don't have Dark Seal, you have such less carry potential as Eve. Must be getting, especially Dark Seal is actually better than last season. It's very cost effective, especially when you start stacking it up, and then you have the Magi's option, which is again very snowballing. You're all about snowballing carrying. If you don't have Dark Seal, just so much less carry threat, carry potential. Alright, so we help push in mid here. Rammus is just getting bot. Rammus is doing a lot of work right now. Yeah, we've sort of just let him do whatever he wants. Okay. This is good. Blue smite. Beautiful. Push this in, take all the CS, be selfish, selfish, selfish. That's our champion identity is Eve. Alright, so now we need to be very... This is actually where just the point where I really don't like. You need to be tracking Blitzcrank at all times right now. He's broken bot tower. Luckily, you didn't go on that. So... We can be patient. Definitely not be starting Rift Herald. You should have been there waiting for them to do stuff like that. You could have potentially cleaned up here. I think you missed a huge opportunity right there. That could have been a lot of kills there. I have a good feeling about that. Just use all their abilities on Garen. I don't see why we're starting Rift Herald. They could easily just come and take this. So this Rift Herald decision was very poor. What can I... So yeah, at 1240 said, what can I do instead of this? Be waiting for the enemy team to overextend mid and just come kill them. Like, Rift Herald's not going to be very useful this game for you at all. I mean, you're so far behind in temporal camps. If anything, if you're not going to do anything mid, just do your jungle camps. Rift Herald, you're not really going to break anything with the tower here. You need to just make sure you're getting so far ahead. You're starting to sit on a lot of gold here as well. Again, like, just walking around the map, slow motion here. Okay, great. We break mid. Cool. Okay, we break mid tower. Look at all our bot camps. Technically bait our team here. Again, get this tower and back off. Why are we trying to go for another tower here? As soon as this tower is broken, tell your team to... Look at it, you have 1700 gold. You're not resetting. Camille's top. We need to pressure this. Enemy team's all missing. Kaiser's there. This is a really, really situation where you have no vision, no information. This is a disadvantageous fight for you. Samira's come and kill bot now. Okay, well, it sort of works. You trade 2 for 2 there, I guess. Oh, sorry, actually, no, Brand. Yeah, that's 2 for 2. Brand dies there. So, yeah, just again, falling very far behind in our camps. That's the moral of the story here. Oh, okay, what happens here? So, we're going for the crab here. Alright, we're killing the Blitzcrank with Camille mid. Map awareness. I think, did you point this point out? No. Yeah, so I say the game's very difficult right now. You're just not further enough ahead at all. Again, we're sitting around trying to kill people with 2,000 gold in our inventory. Camille's literally just mid right here. Get the crab and just straight back off. Do your bot camps. You've broken another Soul 2 in here, dying with all your jungle camps. This is where I think I'm going to end the review. So let's now jump into, just wrap it up, the key takeaways. Now you lose your blue here, so we can figure out what we need to learn for moving on. Alright, so here's the final match history here. As we can see here, our teams, everything started to get out of control at that point. That's why I sort of ended the review there. It's very difficult. We almost have 0. We're not the win condition, and we have no win conditions. We didn't get really anyone ahead. So then everyone just started feeding. We only really looked at the first 2 deaths, but again, those were just more... It's so important that the game was very, very difficult, almost impossible to win. I don't think I could have won the game in that position there. I'm very convinced I wouldn't have been able to. Alright, so, these are the Soul 2 Sims we broke. We broke a lot here. Not looking to see when the enemy jungler starts at 130 and pinging it for your team. Approaching the first Rift Scuttler and not assessing your strength versus enemy jungler and lane priority. So the enemy jungler wasn't a factor there. We weren't really assessing... I mean, again, it was okay to go for it. I just want to chuck this in here as well, because I can tell you weren't really thinking about the Camille. It was sort of just by chance. Well, I mean, you just mis-executed that pretty heavily as well, but I just want to chuck this in here as well, because you must always assess the enemy laners, not just the jungler as well. Just because he's not there doesn't mean the laners can't come and mess with you. There's many situations where Darius has had priority and come and pushes me off the crab. Not popping your health potions before or during a fight. This was not so much before a fight, it was more before a camp. You were in a potentially risky position, Echo, when Echo was pushed in mid after you invaded, when Rammus was topside. So that's really important. Dying when all your jungle camps are alive, really big one. I mean, this is all just a flow-on effect for losing tempo in your camps from your first clear. Everything stems back to your first clear. Sitting on the map with around 1500 gold in your inventory and taking a risky fight or going for objectives. I think you did that twice that game. And not pinging the map when you know where the enemy jungler is or for your team. So, or you see a laner go missing. So we definitely need to be doing this a lot more. I know you were really focused on the early clear, but there was very little pings going on. Rammus was just getting free gank off. So these are the key takeaways. The main one here, again, I know you're practicing your Eve clear, but I want you to think about being creative with pathing as Eve, especially against weak early junglers like the Rammus. It's going to be very difficult for him to react to your red Raptors Krugs path or red Krugs Raptors path, because he can't just go take your blue Gromp. He takes those camps very slowly. Very slow clear with a bot leash 326 finish. Again, I'll make a video covering that. But this was just a huge snowball effect. We were just again, everything was in slow motion. We were losing so much tempo on our camps. Not typing to check the enemy jungle CS. You did this multiple times. Rammus getting easy ganks off because again, not pinging, tracking for our enemy team. You know, comes back to the Soltus in there. Not getting Dark Seal on Eve gives you a lot less carry potential. More than ever, Dark Seal is such a good item. So much carry potential. Must be buying that as soon as possible. One good thing there was the decisiveness to invade red at 7 minutes 10 seconds. You did that literally instantly, but then after you took the red and the Raptors, then you didn't go and defend your top camps and path efficiently around your strong side because top side was gone. Could have defended your camps. I'd say this is the key point of failure, because then we really didn't do anything after that. And we just started going bot and all our camps were up and we're just not doing much. Ulting as Eve when not necessary. You're going to kill Rammus there anyway. There's no way he would have killed you. If Echo comes, then you can come and maybe you just get a double kill. Really important to be holding your ult whenever you can as Eve. It's a pretty big cooldown. Your champion's so much more vulnerable against it without it, especially against champs like Blitzcrank and stuff, and Rammus. And then map awareness dying to Camille at that last point there. That's where the game was sealed. So, and we sort of broke the sin there as well at that point. It's like we're fighting Blitzcrank with 1500 gold in our inventory. We had, I think, like 2k at that point. Alright, so I hope this was helpful for you. Again, this is the first Eve review. I've got lots of other Eve review requests to do as well. Let me know if you have any questions as always, and I'll see you in my next video.